Okay, and welcome back to Marty's Electro Rails. Right, slightly different today. I know I haven't been about for a wee while. A couple of reasons. I have been working lots, which is really good at this time of year for an event tech. Well, while I've been working, the light that I built about 6 months ago came off of the shelf above my workbench. So this is the light. I've set up a temporary lighting system just now. So I hope that's okay for the video sake. So I'm just going to try and resolder this. Now, I made this purely out of bits and bobs. This is actually a cabling conduit, an electrical cabling conduit, and I cut up some of the little, the other side that clips on. I've actually just cut up a couple of these to that size. I've got the kind of almost full length version of that. And I also have got a bit of this actually came out of one of the LED buttons I've shown in previous videos. It's just a diffuser. So I've kind of cut it up. You can see I've drilled holes in it, but that doesn't really matter. But it's just obviously to diffuse the light a wee bit across the workbench. So that kind of mounts on there, and when it's upside down, it lights the bench with this LED RGB strip. Now I'm actually only using 2 of the LED settings on this, the blue and the kind of hot white. This is just obviously so I can just adjust the colour temperature for making videos. So anyway, the idea is we have, if I take these clips off and leave them to the side, so I'm going to have to re-glue them all up. I have on this end here, I have just the kind of standard connectors on the end here. I hope you can see that. They're all marked up with all the different colours that are on this actual strip. We've got RGB, we've got cold white, and we've got warm white. So I'm just using the warm white, which is in there, and the blue, just so that I can mix these colours. I'm also using the VCC in. But this is a connection that's normally up in the shelf. It always falls out, it's kind of useless, so I thought I'd permanently solder it on, put DuPont connectors on, and just make it a wee bit more robust. I've got extra bits and bobs I want to add to my actual workbench itself, but the first thing I need to do, because I've kind of been absent from doing videos and using the workbench, it's just gone on a wee bit of disrepair. So I'm going to stop going on about it, and we shall try and make up a proper connector for it. First of all, this is the end that the power comes in, but swapping that around, because this is all in parallel, I'm going to actually solder some ends onto that, saving me from taking this bit apart, just in case I want to use that for some future thing. So I'm going to solder at, I've got all these solder points that I can kind of hook into, but I'll do that at the end, and then run a cable inside, hopefully neatly, and put a DuPont connector, glue that on the end, and then put another one on this side, and that should just be make it incredibly easy for me to hook up in the future. See, I've attached it to the shelf with Velcro, and it was alright for a while, but now I've actually had to use kind of heavy duty Velcro to get that to stay up onto the shelf. I wanted to use Velcro because just obviously if I want to take it off, or so there's not an actual kind of permanent, as I said, not any permanent fixings. So let's get to soldering this first. Now, I had looked some cable out for this. Got this little ribbon cable, which I'll solder at that end and then run it on the inside. I know the camera angle is not wide enough, so I'm going to solder onto there, and then at this end I'm going to have a little DuPont connector connected onto that, and it should just make it so much easier to plug and unplug. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. I was just being lazy, to be honest. Right, so got this connector. First things we need to do is I'm going to get the soldering iron up running. I've just realised I've plugged one of the lights into the soldering iron socket, so I'm going to swap that out. And I'll get the soldering iron up and running. And then I am going to now strip these cables. I only need 3, so ideally, if I thought about it, because I'm using a blue light, white light and power, it should have been red, white and blue, but as this is a bit of scrap ribbon cable, I am going to use that and just make sure I remember what colour's what. So let's just strip these back tiny wee bit. I'm going to leave one of the cables, one of the connectors. As I said, there's 4 on this. I'm going to leave one just if I want to add another colour into this. So I'll leave that. I'll leave the orange cable and I'll use, so I've got yellow, right, yellow, orange, and I'll leave, what I'll do is I'll leave the brown cable because red signifies power in, so I'll use the red for that. Oh dear. So I do apologise to anybody who's subscribed to this channel. I have not had the time to do any videos, but possibly after Christmas I do plan on doing another video for before Christmas. Hopefully I'll get that done in the next couple of days. Another thing would be the DMX video, the part 1 that I've done. I have got all that in plan just now, but as I said, I haven't had the time, but there's a very good reason for that, because I've been working, and as a tech, December can be pretty sparse for work, and I'm lucky enough at the moment that I have work just now, and it's very good. Work's always good, particularly when you enjoy what you actually do for a living. It's always a good thing, and there's never a dull moment in events, to be honest. I'm just going to tint these. I know you probably can't see this because the lighting is pretty terrible, to be honest. I need to watch because power cable is right next to the solder station. I've not even thought about this because, and obviously the last time I used this, I've used a different nip tip on the solder iron. This is quite a chunky one, but we'll roll with it, see what happens. in this lighting at the moment. I mean, I'm not sure on camera it might be okay, but actually when you're working with it, it's not very good. I had to have a compromise between video lighting and me actually being able to see what was going on here. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. Now, I don't know how well this is actually going to go just now. I need to find something. I don't want to burn or melt this. So I need a little bit of metal, which would be, let's just use this. And hopefully we can tint these ends with this, the soldering iron end. I'll put that out the road, that's already done. So I want to do, I'll just use a wee bit of tape just to take that down. Okay, this is going to move about. Right, so I'm just kind of put a bit on. Yes, today I will be using the glue gun. For anybody that's watched some of the videos, didn't have a very good run with the glue guns because I left them on and one went bang during one of my videos. So I will be using that to glue all this stuff back up together. Now, what ones did I decide to use? Right, we'll use we'll use orange for blue and VCC for that. Now, I'm going to just put them on this way around because I don't want it going out that way. It might be unsightly, but I'm just going to quickly solder that one. Done. And then for the blue, I've done that wrong because that is I said I would use the red for VCC. So let's try that again. Right, yellow for the warm light. Done. Kinda. I will be trying. I'll kind of secure this off. This is where it gets a wee bit trickier. And to just do the blue, and I'll do VCC. Red. Okay, and I've got the brown one spare. So what I need to do is carefully take this off. First of all, I'm going to wire this up and then I will glue everything in. Now we've got this running in here, so I want to secure this down so it's not hitting the LEDs. I don't know if anybody wondering why I've got the actual LED strip right in against that. It's because it's going to be pointing down that way, and it's so that the light floods out inward towards the bench instead of flooding out towards the room. That makes sense. It's just obviously it can be quite distracting if you've got that on and doing something else and you've just got this bright light shining coming out from the workbench. So that's going to be attached down there. I'm going to move this cable and give myself a wee bit of slack on that, and then we'll go down, just stick this in as a temporary thing and then run this all the way along. And again, another temporary bit of tape, just a wee bit of masking tape. And so this side we're going to have our DuPont connector. This is a fun bit. Dang DuPont connectors are what I hate the most. So this brown cable, I'm going off camera again. Yeah. I'm going to change that. I have a little monitor which I am going to mount at the side of the workbench so that I can see when I'm off camera. I can constantly check that. Now, as I said, there is going to be a couple of upgrades to this, and then I'll get on with the other videos that I have planned. Oh dear, tired. Yeah, I had a Christmas night out last night. One of the companies I work for. So a big shout out to Malky and Dave for hosting a Christmas party for some of the techs last night. It was very good. Food was very good. The chat was very good. So that was a nice little night out last night. But yeah, a wee bit late. I left early, mind you. But yeah, it was a nice night. Good night. Right, so let's get these DuPont connectors done. It's whether I want to put a socket in or put now I have these, but I generally don't use them because they do clip in. I'll try and remember how they actually. Do you know what? I think what I'll do is I will. Right, so yeah, they go in there and then the connector goes in there, but I think I'm just going to leave that free without the cover on it, and rather just so I can mount it there, possibly. Right, so strip these back and I have the joy of putting DuPont DuPont pins on. Now ideally I should be making these, yeah, I'll make these male pins. So get 3 of these. I think one of the last times I tried to make DuPont, I totally forgotten how to make them up. I eventually remembered. I think it was towards the end of the video. I can't even remember what one that was. So strip these back a little bit. I'll do one at a time so that ideally if I can push that round so that I get better grip on that. I get the wonderful crimping tool. Now this is where I forget how to do this. Pretty sure we're in here. Set it in there. Not to put the cable in. Yeah, again, I am apologising for the lighting, but it's just because my light's broke and this is me trying to fix it. Crimp it, and we hope that, yep, neatly in, hopefully. So we're going to get, as I've said before, if you're doing DuPont, just try not to use too much pressure when crimping it. Because you just bend the pins and then they don't fit in the housing and they don't click in properly, and it's a bit of a pain. And another thing, I have still got this cold. It's very annoying. Mind you, a lot of the events I've been doing recently, there's been a lot of we're using a lot of hazer fluid for just enhancing the lighting effects in the room, and I think that has actually had a bit of a effect on me being there pretty much every night. Right, okay, here we go. Oh, I think I've messed that one up. Well, maybe not. Let's see, this thing is trying to get them the same height, same length. You'll see the issue with that in a minute. Now, I've been doing that thing again, haven't I? I'm going off camera. There's another thing, I've got a couple of new mounts for the camera as well, so I can move it into different positions. So that it's, at the moment it's comfortable for me to sit and look at that here, but it's completely out the shot, isn't it? So to kind of remember that, it's just because I can rest my elbows just on the edge of the workbench, and so I will need to move that camera back. Mental note. Right. So yeah, I'm doing this off camera. And like crimp. Oh no! That means I have to go an extra one. Oh, that's not too bad. Right, so we've got a 3. And this is the point where we realise that. So we've got them going in there. So we've got power, blue. So that is in cold light. And we need to hear that little click. Yeah, I'd like to hear a little click. Right, and I think I just bent that. Or not. I want to push it through. I just need to give that. Sometimes you just need to give it a wee gentle squeeze so that it fits into the housing of that. Just the end of that. MD who's done DuPont connectors will know the pain of this. I do like to buy connectors already made up. Buying them individually or buying just a multi-box of different sizes, it saves you a lot of money as well. It's not a good thing, I'll just bend that pin. So these hopefully, and that one, the middle one's not, let's try to see, it's not clicked in. There we go, click. So we've got the 3 here, that's going to go on to the end here. Now, one of the things I might do just now, I'll plug this over there and plug in the power supply for the lights. That's just I think it's just a 12 volt power supply. So we have, so what we'll do is we'll just check that the power is actually going on this. So I'll sort of red to red. I know you can't see this. Blue to blue. Right, so we've got blue and we've got white. Blue and white. That's fine. That connector's working fine, so that will just mount in there neatly. So this is the point where we do the other side. Now, oops. Now, you won't be able to see what I built on the, there is just another, it's just two switches which switch the blue and the white on and off. Now, I'm going to have to, I've probably gone for a different colour coding on this side. We'll have a wee look. We'll, can I snap the heat shrink back? I'll maybe switch the power off while I'm doing this. Don't want any shorts. I don't want to damage the power supply. This originally was something I bought years and years ago for the Model Railway. And it was it actually worked on they worked on the remote control these, but the remote control stopped working and the receiver unit stopped working, so I just adapted it for the workbench. So now that these are coded for the correct lights, so I want to put DuPont connectors on these. So I think what I'm just going to do is just going to snip these off and all to the same length. I might have issues with this, might not. So we need the other side of the DuPont connectors. Ideally, here again, another 3 housing. And if I can actually find the pins for that, female pins for it, where would they be? They're in here somewhere. Hair pins. I have to spend a couple of hours sorting this, sorting out my workbench, because I haven't really been around it a lot. I had to fix a couple of bits and bobs, but not really had any time to make a video. So once I actually sat down today, I thought, right, I wasn't planning on making a video, but I thought I'll just make a quick video on the actual work light that I've got here. So same housing, these pins will fit in once they're attached to the cables, and as long as I line them up exactly the same with blue in the middle, then these should be okay. So I will need that DuPont. I'm going to strip these back because they've been soldered at the other end. See, it's actual copper underneath these as well, which is good. But the rest of it isn't. So this is the fun bit, because these are actually slightly thicker. Right, so let's start off with the power. This time I'm not going to fold the cable back on this, because the gauge of the wire is, well, the actual gauge of the shield, the shielding on it is slightly thicker. So if I can do this, and it's another thing that I need to think of is that because shielding is thicker, is it going to fit into the housing? I'll worry about that in a minute. I'm pretty sure these are alright to do that. So once I get this light fixed, I can make more videos. Well, I've got a couple of days off, pretty much working all weekend, and then obviously it's Christmas. So yeah, I'll see how we get on. All these different things that I thought I would have a bit more time during December, and as per usual, time has disappeared. So need to make sure that, so these have to line up with, this is about a metre long, so it can be a bit cumbersome. So if I've got these guys, I have red, orange and yellow, and what I want for that is red, blue and white. I know that doesn't make sense. It makes sense in my head. So red, stars, making sure that the little catches are pointing out right, and that's locked in. And then we've got blue. Alrighty. It's not clicking in. We need to, let's close that a wee bit at the end. Right, so blue. There we go, click. And then we've got white. Nope, that needs also to be crimped down a bit more. And that's in. So in theory now, I'll switch that on. We should have, get this round the right way, and we are missing the blue. No, we've got the blue. That's because that pin is pushing it. This is, see, trying to get these to actually click in and stay in. I don't know if it's because I've bought cheap ones, but there's the blue, and oh, you can't really see that. I'll switch it to the blue, and then we've got the mixing of, we've got the warm white and then the blue. I know the exposure on the camera is terrible, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the heat gun on and glue this thing up and get it attached. That wasn't too bad, to be honest. I've jinxed it now, haven't I? That's the bad thing. So I can fold, yep, yeet that over to there. I can fold this back on itself and tidy it up, but once I get it glued in, it's just going into this little section here. Switch on the glue gun. Dun dun dun. Need to find the glue stick and the glue gun. That's another thing I didn't do. I didn't test to see if this one was working. But again, this is just a cheap glue gun from B&M. I mean, the last one ran for years, so this is the new one. And not a good idea to touch the tip of it, but you can feel it warming up. Yeah, it's warm. That's fine. Now, so I'm going to, yeah, I realised, right, okay. So what I want is that to sit there. So that I've got the clips facing up. I mean, glue gun, using a glue gun is great because if you mess it up, you can just either, you can melt the glue again, or it generally does just peel back off again. Yeah, we've got some, yep, the glue gun is heating up. And I know, although the glue gun is very messy, let's sit that there and we'll let that dry. It will still give me access to these pins if they jump out the DuPont connectors. So I've got all this excess here. I want to just fold that in. I'll stick a bit of glue on this. That's gone through that glue really quickly. That was a whole stick. Maybe I should invest in a decent one. As I said, the last one's ran for such a long time. So yeah, I'm just gonna glue this bit in. I know it's messy, but you'll not see that. And this bit over here, I don't think I need to do anything with that at all. We're not covering up any LEDs or anything. So with this bit of frosting, that is going to go across there, and we're going to use these clips. Now, the idea with these clips, I didn't want to cause any shadows, so you're not wanting to put them across where any of the LEDs are coming out. So the ideal point is where the actual joints between, and where you can cut them up. There's no LEDs there, and why did I put that right there? And once you've done this, I think I keep putting it there. Once you've done that, just clip these in. There's other ways I could have done this. I could have put these clips, I could have drilled holes in these, and this, and drilled holes in that, and just mount them with little screws. At the moment I'm using the glue gun. The glue gun seemed to work for a decent amount of time. And so, here comes the fun bit. So, as that's been still attached, I'm going to put a bit of glue on there, a bit of glue on there, a bit of glue on that one, and so on. And then hopefully this doesn't spread out onto by itself. And I'll clip that one down into there. And yet again, it's just letting the whole thing dry. So, I should have, that's alright. Right, I'll turn that upside down. I've got a bit of weight on it. It's it's not really a weighty thing. Anyway, DuPont. And we'll let that dry for 2 minutes. And then we get to outdo the fun bit. As I said, I've made this little cable up. I'll take a picture of this so you can see it because I'm not moving the webcam. I'll take a wee picture of my phone so you can see this part. 2 switches. Okay, and there we go. Can I add that in? So this is the fun bit. You've got Velcro on the back. I might replace this Velcro at some point, but it seems that stuff seems to be okay. The black stuff is kind of heavy duty. I've got heavy duty Velcro glued up and underneath the light. So I'm going to just attach this. Oh, I'm missing a bit of Velcro in it, or the Velcro's all out of line. Oh. I'm going to have to line all this stuff up. It's missing. Oh, I don't know how I've done that. Right, get some more Velcro and attach that to the roof. Best way to do this is actually just get the Velcro hook. No, this is the wrong way around. We'll get the loop side. We'll cut this in half. In fact, I've actually got better stuff. Into the bigger surface area for sticking to the top of the shelf. I'll just cut a couple of these up. And I need to find these points. Right, I know you can't see this, but trust me. It's so sticky. Just mark that. So sticky, it's sticking to my fingers. And the last one that's missing. I've just bumped the camera. Wait, 1 and 2. I should really be showing this on camera, shouldn't I? Let's do that. Okay, back to the other camera. As you can see, I'll say back to the other camera, onto this. I just actually just moved the webcam. Right. What we've got is just Velcro tabs underneath, Velcro on that, and that just attaches up to the top there. And I've got this cable running on this conduit up here. As you can see, it's been ripped off the wall, so I'll need to fix that, paint that. Eek. So this is just going to be hidden by that. Got our little connector, DuPont connector that we made up. And we've got to remember which way around this goes. So yeah, so it's so you can actually see the pins on that side. And once I plug this in, And this one, hopefully, we have nothing. Oh, that's awesome. What have I done? Is it running the wrong way? Or have I just misaligned it? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, yeah, it's just my crappy DuPont connectors. Right, let's sort that out. And the magical. Bring this light in closer so I can actually see what's going on here. Ah, it's just a crappy DuPont connectors. You know what I should have done? I should have wired this up. This is supposed to make it easier for myself. I think I've just made it 100 times more difficult. So we've got the middle one. The middle one needs a bit of attention. Yeah. So we're going to have to take this back down again. That's my crappy DuPont. But you can see the ease of how this comes off now. If I need to sort it. Awesome. I can get this all back together now. Right, so that is my light fitted. I need to get all this excess cable back here into this. I will reattach this though, but I need to, before I do that, I will paint it again, because it just doesn't look nice. So, right. Wonderful. Super. Okay, that's us back to the norm now. Normal light. And yep, we have blue light. And then we've got the warm white light we add on to that. If we take the blue light off, it is, as you can see, it's quite warm, and the blue just adds a little bit of coldness to it. So there, that's me. I'll be, as I said, I'll be making a video soon on various things. I've got maybe a Christmas themed one coming up, and then I'll be getting back on to doing the stuff we're using DMX to control the model railway. So thank you very much guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.